Yes, I think that would be great.
Hello, welcome. We are hosting this one from Prerona Television Canada. Thank you very much for joining with us. Uh, this particular sessions actually is a collaboration with a couple of organizations. So I would like to acknowledge before I begin, I would like to say that this is organized by the Global Academy of Holistic Leadership and Coaching in collaboration with Prerona Television Canada Inc. and then Global Scholarship and UIREC. And we are also very happy that Canadian Educational School is with us. So we are having collaboration with Canadian Educational School. So today's session, the topic is education opportunity for high school students in Canada. So we'll be discussing a couple of topics like including the opportunities for accompanying parents, IELTS and other English proficiency test requirements, scholarship opportunities, immigration opportunities. So as I today's session is Education, Immigration, and Recruitment series, speaker series, and today's episode is episode 8. And we are very happy that a distinguished guest from different parts in Canada are here. I guess we are having Dr. Rashida Suleiman, and she is the managing director and principal of Canadian Educational School from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Thank you very much for joining
Hello,
with us,
everyone.
Dr. Rashida Suleiman. I will also introduce the other guests too. So, but before I do that, I also need to acknowledge um, this session we are will be discussing and about as I already informed that these opportunities for accompanying parents, IELTS and other proficiency, the English proficiency test requirements, scholarship opportunity, immigration opportunities. So first, before I begin, I would like to ask Dr. Rashida Suleiman to introduce herself and her organization, your organization. Thank you very much. Very briefly, and then because I will also ask the other participants also to introduce themselves.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. It gives me a great feeling this evening to meet all of you. I don't know, it's morning for some. Like Talat says, it's 6 in the morning. For Mr. Saurabh, it must be early morning as well. Deb also is early morning. And we are in the evening. I don't know, Mr. Mondol is also in the evening. But anyway, so I would just say hello, everyone, instead of saying good morning, good evening, or good night. I always believe that success is a journey, not a destination. With this in mind, we have moved for many years, we kept moving and working for others because we always felt that education is something which is always to be shared. And this platform, after so many years of experience and expertise, we thought, why not help people to come to Canada and, in fact, offer them online courses, especially this ignited during this COVID-19. There are so many good things happening also because of the pandemic. People are thinking of different prospects, and we thought, why not help those people who would like to migrate to Canada later, to let them have this online opportunity, the virtual platform, to do their IELTS or to improve their English or to do any other credit course from Canada, so that when the doors open for them to come, it would be great for them to apply for their visas. So that's why we started with this venture, and we were very happy that the first person to appreciate and to collaborate was Mr. Mondol and his group, the Global Academy. uh, I'm so proud that we had the first members of that group is with us. So they really trust us, and it's very happy that when you trust one another, this is the true meaning of education. Learning can never ends. Every day we learn, and the more we spread our knowledge, the more we feel better. And we at this moment we would like to maximize the number of students in universities and colleges in Canada, so that the Canadian economy is blows up, and we want to give it back to Canada what they did for us when we came here. We were welcomed with open arms. Today, we want the whole world to know how beautiful this country is, to come here and to establish yourselves here, settle down here, get your placements here. You can see all of us. We are so happy here because the government takes care of you, the ministry takes care of you. Everyone is so warm and welcoming. We help one another to grow. So at this point, I would like to introduce my other team members who are here, or I would give it back to Mr. Mandol to introduce the others, and I can continue about our the other services we offer at Canadian Educational School, for which I am the principal and director. I have my managing partner as well, Mr. Mahmoud Juma, who's there, who is actually from Saudi, and he's dressed up in that attire to show the all the Middle East people that yes, we have somebody from there as well to help you to speak in Arabic and to connect with you. Back to
Right.
you, Mr. Mondol. I will
Yes,
continue
I
again.
will now actually because Shaurabh Barua is with us. So let me introduce him first, and then I'm gonna give you floor again to the context that you have here. So to introduce themselves, it'll be easier. So first, I will introduce Shaurabh Barua. Shaurabh Barua is actually collaborating with this particular series, and his organization is a Global Scholarship, and he's based in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. So Shaurabh Barua's organizations is Global Scholarship, and we're very happy Shaurabh Barua is with us. We're having this session 8 series, and we have number of series earlier. So thank you very much for Shaurabh Barua for being with us. So you can just I'm inviting you to say a few words or introduce yourself, please.
Yes, and welcome. Being a part of the journey, I mean, Canadian education, immigration, and recruitment series. So when we start this journey, we all the time, I mean, encourage and welcome to our audience uh, to get the information regarding global scholarship, global education, study abroad, I mean, internship, fellowship, these kinds of all info domain you can get one uh, mm, login. I mean, from our global scholarship info domain. So again and again, and thank you to Edward Mondal arranging whole the session and all over the world audience there. I mean, watching the show and get the information rightly. So we are very happy to along with this journey. Mm, and from global scholarship, we all the time encourage people get the information regarding scholarship, especially Canadian focus education and information. So people can get all those information from our info domain. So thank you again, and you can continue the session. Thank you.
All right. So thank you very much. Now I would like to uh, invite other guests, those who are with us, those distinguished person who is associated with Canadian Educational School in Ottawa. So first, I would like to ask Mahmoud Juma, the marketing head for Canadian Educational School. So I request Mahmoud Juma to introduce himself. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Edward. Can you hear me? I
Yeah, but
hope.
I can see some background noise. So like
Yeah,
please some.
I'm just yeah. I hope it's better now.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah, it's my honor and privilege to be with you guys, with Mr. Edward and Dr. Rashida and other fellows. It's an honor and privilege to be in with you guys today. Uh, Actually, it's we start as Dr. Rashida said, we start this journey, and this journey will never end. We are based here in Ottawa. We are trying to be global in Middle East, in Africa, and in Asia, Far Asia, Pakistan, India, and all the way to the Asia. We started this journey from here, from Ottawa. We were in Toronto with other collaboration with other schools in Toronto, and I hope that Dr. Rashida will and elaborate in that sessions. Thanks God. I mean, now we get into the next phase. It's just COVID-19. They slow us down a little bit, but hopefully after we pass this COVID-19, hopefully we'll expand, and we will bring a lot of students here to Canada, and I hope it's our beginning, hopefully. And I really thank you, and thank you all of us this rooms, and thank you very much. And
right.
yeah, go ahead, Mr.
All right.
Edwards.
Thank you, Mahmoud Juma. We are very delighted that you are here with us.
Absolutely, thank you.
We will be. Thank you very much. Now I will request. I'll go one by one. It's like Mrs. Inayat Raihan is an educator, so I will request Inayat Raihan, Mrs. Inayat Raihan, to introduce herself, please. You can
You're
unmute
muted,
yourself,
muted.
please. Unmute
Unmute.
yourself. Unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself. Unmute. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening, everybody, and good morning. I'm very happy that I got connected with Mr. Edward through Dr. Rashida Suleiman. I'm so happy that to be on your panel as an advisor because I love teaching, and I have done my graduation and post-graduation in different subjects. So I can always give you all advice on anything you all want. I've done psychology, sociology, philosophy, social work. So, and I've taught for about 14 years. So if you want any type of advice on any child education also I've done. So you can always uh, ask me for any advice, and I'll be very happy to be on your panel. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Now I will request Mrs. Talat Salem Ahmed, ESL teacher.
Yes, I am here in Kuwait and I've been teaching here for the past 18 years. ESL teacher basically, so I'm teaching children, and I always believe, the children, they are just sources of energy to you. They don't let you grow old. They are brilliant, they are sweet. And for me, I've been teaching as an ESL teacher in a different schools. Like I've been teaching in British school and in American school now. So it's like being with them and being an educator. I think it's the best thing in this world. I mean, like this is something which is the best thing what a person can do, and a person can be say like be like in the society. This is the best thing what you can do to give up the society, the education. And as I'm so happy to be with you, to be with all of you and a part of this panel. And I'll be, like I didn't know that there'll be so many people over here today. Otherwise, I would have invited some of them also. Maybe next time I can do that.
All right, thank you very much. Now I will request, we have another guest from Brampton, Ontario, Avneet Kaur, and she's an immigration consultant, regulated immigration consultant. So I'll request her to introduce herself. Thank you.
Yes, hi, good evening, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Edward, for conducting this webinar, and thank you, Dr. Rashida, for inviting me. It's an honor and privilege to be among all of you. And Mr. Edward, I know Dr. Rashida from like 2019, but I believe that the bond that we both share is like as if we know each other for so many years.
So many years.
So she and I, we go always by each other. So I am an immigration consultant by profession. So I have the license to practice in Canada, and I help the people who want to come to Canada, either the way they opt is a study permit, visitor visa, work permit. I help parents to come and meet their children who are already studying here. And immigration, I am myself an immigrant in this country, and I know how hard it is for some people to come to Canada. So I have a passion to bring more and more people into this country and to help all those who are seeking immigration solutions to come to Canada, for to help those whose dreamland is Canada, the students basically who wants to come here, study and build a very good career. So me and Dr. Rashida, we both are working, and it will be a great venture ahead with her as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Avneet Kaur, for your presence here. We're very delighted you are here with us. And then I will request a person. I don't know his full name. His name is here is Khan. I don't know.
Mr. Tahir Khan.
Oh, Tahir Khan. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll request Mr. Tahir Khan to introduce yourself. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Khan,
Mr. Khan, can you hear us?
can you hear us? Hello, Mr. Khan, can you hear us? Hello? Can I call him on the phone? In the
All right,
meantime,
you can mute yourself, Dr. Rashida, and then you can call him.
yeah,
And by the time, I think I will ask. We have another guest from Bangladesh. He's IT specialist, Deb Nandan Datta. So I will request him to introduce yourself, Deb Nandan Datta. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward. It's a really great opportunity. I think Mr. Rashida gave me to be there with you all so far from far away. My journey with Canadian people started with the help of Shoro Barua. So I think I have to remember because he was in Ottawa and he gave me opportunity to develop many websites and web applications. Later, I got introduced with Dr. Monjura from Live Education and was working with Live Education and also proactive education piece. And later now working with also Dr. Rashida for Canadian Education and School. So I just want to thanks and also share my dream that one day I'll be also in Ottawa and work for the IT in Ottawa. Thank you so much.
All right. I don't think so. We have anyone else than the other person. I think Khan. I think Dr. Rashida is gonna
okay.
find out. Doctor, I think Tahir
Yeah,
Khan. Are you still
I
here?
was trying to contact, but he was not picking up the phone.
Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna continue just to share with you my opinion in between, just for the time. Um, this particular session that we are actually conducting every week at the same time. It's called Education, Immigration, and Recruitment Speaker Series. So we invite like specialists or subject matter experts on this particular field. As you know, that first topic is called education. So it's called education consultancy. So as like in a school like Canadian Educational School, like is very much involved. So we focus on education. We also focus on immigration. So immigration, different immigration issues. And the other one is also recruitment. So we also invite entrepreneurs and business experts and people so come to the session so that they can share their experience in the job market, or how this they can also, and also not only that for the jobs, but also if anyone is interested for be an entrepreneur, so we also provide the training or the sessions through this speaker series. So this is kind of an opportunity uh, for um, for uh, for everyone, right, to understand, to learn, right, how it's gonna think. My background, I taught 12 years in different university, including Canada. I'm based in Edmonton and Alberta, and I taught college here, I taught university here. But for last 8 years, I'm a management consultant. So I work uh, as a management consultant, and I'm also involved in Global Academy of Holistic Leadership and Coaching. So we focus actually on different areas where in education system, and globally, right, we are connected with number of universities and knowledge based industries, and we've been partnered and had some international conference. Last we had one conference we held in August. Actually it was participated by more than, I think, 25 countries, and the other I think 60 countries actually participated. They presented their paper, but 25 countries participated. And then we also had another session on this last month, also right in the international conference. And we are actually regularly conducting these international conferences, and then they are presenting the papers. And the reason why we are doing here is, as you know, um, knowledge is power, right? So, and then we as an educators or consultant, we are very passionate about disseminating the knowledge among the learners. Why I say learners, we're not specific to group, but today's sessions we are specifically, are not focusing the other group. We are specifically focusing on the high school students. So because these our part like a collaborative partner like Canadian Educational School, actually these like they're inviting like the high school students, and also like those who are interested to learn languages, English language thing program. So they are also conducting a lot of sessions through their academy or through their school. So today's session we are very focusing on how we how what are the opportunities are there for high school students in Canada. Most of you are actually know that the student visa, like those who are actually studying the postgraduate institutions. So, but many of you have queries or questions about how high school students can come to Canada.
Yeah.
Now, uh, we'll have these sessions divided into different areas. So, like generally, we'll ask. We have actually multidisciplinary team here. So I will ask Dr. Rashida is doing more on strategic or management side, because I will have a couple of questions. So I'm just going to divide this group into different areas just for when you're answering the question. So one group will be like Dr. Rashida and Mahmoud Zuma. These two of you will be kind of a strategic vision and strategic about your school, Canadian Educational School. So when you are asking question, probably you will be focusing on that area, hopefully. And then the next group that I will be expecting is like kind of those who are actually educator, or kind of like those who are involved, like Mrs. Anayat Raihan, and also Salem Mohammed, Mrs. Talat Salem Mohammed, ESL trainer. Also, definitely Dr. Rashida is also been there for many years, so she also can contribute. So this next group will be more on academic side of it. The other group, I just one person is here. I would like to also get an input from Avnit Kaur, immigration consultant. So this is a third group, which will be focusing on, right, what are the opportunities for like immigration, or you can say getting visa or any legal or consultancy related issues. So this she will be sharing with us her experiences. So on. And then there are also other people here. I'm not sure about Tahir Khan. So and then
Yeah, Mr. Tahir Khan, I don't know.
yeah.
Mr.
Anyway,
Khan?
we if we cannot find, that's fine. And also for scholarship, I think Saurabh Boru is here for global scholarship, so he can share with us. So we have a 4 group here actually. So I divided into 4 groups for better actually, because I want to be very
Hello,
strategic.
can you
Yes,
hear me
Mr.
now?
Khan, are you
Yes,
there?
yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Can
Yeah,
you
that's it.
introduce yourself and
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
us who you are? Yeah.
My name is Tahir Latif Khan. I'm from Pakistan, Lahore. I've been in Canada for the last 20 years, and I'm an accountant by profession and tax advisor. Been knowing Rashida for a long time since she started coming to Canada, and I did help her in lots of things, and I'm so happy to see her at this level where she is now. The progress she has made in this world, which is very, very difficult and very hard to get in, and to get to this position where she is now is like a star. And I hope she will become a moon, and then like a she will lighten the whole world for us. Uh, I've been in Canada for 20 years. I've helped a lot of people. So social work is my, you can say, side. I do not charge or I do not take any money from anybody. I help them as they come to me without any monetary values or anything, but I help them from my heart and my soul, so that they can progress. And when I see them progressing, that is what I see, and that makes me happy, and my Allah also happy from me. So anybody who is there who wants help and in accounting, taxation, mortgage, which I just started very recently, I will be able to help them, and of course to point them and to bring them to something uh, according to their what they want to know and what they want to accomplish. I will be really there to help them and see them that they get that, and that will make me happy very much. And that is my thing, which my parents and my grandfathers and my great grandfathers taught us. So I will be there, and I'm very happy to be part of this whole group. And I hope that we will be there for each other and for the people who are coming from different part of the world to Canada. And if they need any help from me and which they think I can give them, I will be there even before they think about it.
Thank
So
you very
thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. That was very
Yes,
nice. Yeah.
Mr. Khan. Thank you so much, Mr. Khan. We are very delighted that you are here with us, and thank you for your passion, and um, thank you for your sharing. Right, your good wishes. I think we need sometimes inspiration, support, and you've been with Dr. Rashida, and I'm very happy that you are with us.
Thank you.
This group now will be another group, so there's be a expert. So I will also include Tahir. Mr. Tahir will be a next group, which will be 3 person. One is Tahir. Mr. Tahir will be tax and accountant consultant, and then also I will include Deb Nandan as an IT expert. So that will be professional side. So the 5th group will be like a professional, and also I will be also contributing in that group too. So my first question first is to Dr. Rashida, and I would request you to be very brief to the point. Just don't take it otherwise, but because of time, we will just need to cover few things in a short period of time, because a lot
Okay.
of people are observing and they are also sending questions. So I just want to, because of time,
Okay.
you already mentioned about your school, but I just need to know actually a little bit, a bit specific about your school. What is actually Canadian Educational School? Can you just tell very briefly about your institution?
Okay. Thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. To talk about Canadian Educational School, we offer several services. Number one, our school, we help students to face proficiency tests in English like IELTS, TOEFL, and into entrance into IB exams. Also, we help them to improve their English. We give the 5 levels of ESL, that is English as a second language. And from the beginners, then we take them to the intermediate level and then to the advanced level. So we have both business English courses and corporate English courses where we transform their abilities and their skills so that they're able to face proficiency tests with ease. I have had 20 years of experience training students to face IELTS, and of course, my journey started in India, where my first job was as a principal of a naval school, and then I moved on to Dubai, where I worked for 15 years as the principal of an IB school, and then moved to Canada, where I again headed a school called Canadian Knowledge Academy. And this year, because of the pandemic, I thought we need to yet get connected globally with everyone and give them a platform to come to Canada at one point when the borders open. So this year, it's full-fledged language school where we offer all courses.
Yes. 225.
In fact, we also have
Which one you want?
yes,
Which one you
we
want?
also have some workshops and seminars where we invite people to come here to understand the Canadian educational system. We have student exchange programs and school immersion programs where students come for short courses. So we provide short courses as well as long courses. And here I would like to definitely mention Mrs. Avneet Kaur name because she has been our immigration consultant for so many years. We brought hundreds of students and we had 100% success on the visa. So I really trust her expertise. And Mrs. Inayat Rayan, I've known her for years to come from India to Canada. So she's been a great educator and a great inspiration. She was also doing immigration services in India. They had their own immigration consultancy, and I've known the passion they had to train people to come to Canada. So she was very good at that. Being an educator and being an immigration consultant is a great thing, a great combination. So I really am impressed with the way they work. And Mr. Jumma, who's been with us, he is very well connected with many countries in the world. So he's definitely got a big network, and we hope that we will succeed to bring in and connect with different parts of the world. So united we stand. And at this note, I would like to appreciate Mr. Deb, who is our IT support, who's been always working with us 24 hours because time zones are different. Whenever we need his support, he's there. So we are here. Anyone who would like to come to Canada or get the best services, we are here to support you in any way and every way. So thank you. This is Dr. Rashida Suleiman signing off and giving the control back to Mr. Mandol. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Rashida, I will gonna come back with a couple of other questions, relevant questions
Sure,
to this. But just to get, because I divided into this session in a couple of groups, people, because of strategic, you already shared your organizations. Now I'm gonna ask Mahmoud Zuma, can you just share your experience, how you are contributing as a marketing head, like for the school, right? Right. What is your strategy? Like, what is your vision, right? How you are contributing, means attracting the students, and what message you like to share with the students?
Actually, thank you again for giving me the time and the opportunity. Actually, we have a lot of students in Africa and Middle East. They are wishing to come to Canada, but they lack of some requirements to come and join the schools here. One of those requirements, especially in college and university, IELTS efficiency test. For those courses that they need college or university, that Canadian education schools, we are here to link them to the college and university. For we have the edge with the competitive edge with Dr. Rashida and her vision and director as our schools to link those in Middle East and Africa and even in far Asia like India and Pakistan and Malaysia, Indonesia to come and link them here in Canada. But we have a lot of marketing and visions for Africa, for India, for Middle East to come and link them here in Canada. For we are trying to see what course are what course they are in and the level they are in order to join the university or the college. But that's where we are in right now. But with the COVID-19, it just slow us down. That's why. Hello, can you hear me?
That's all.
Yes.
Anything else?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, has key points.
Hello? Yeah, Mr. Edwards?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought he talking to me. For that's what we're trying to do, me and Dr. Rashida, to market our schools in those area in the Middle East and Africa and Far Asia. Thank you. I'm giving back to you.
So thank you very much. Now I'm gonna summarize what we have discussed because this is a very important message even for the audience. Why we were actually in this session, the rationale is, as you know, that together is we can make a difference. The reason that in this world, especially in the education sector, information, people are sorry. I just want to mute your some of the baking noise. So sorry for that interruption. So just sharing with you the reason that we want to have this platform, because we do have connections. Like Dr. Rashida has a lot of connections, and we have partnered with Canadian Educational School with Global Academy of Holistic Leadership and Coaching. So the reason that we want to summarize this particular discussion is, as Dr. Rashida shared her thoughts about what is Canadian educational schools and offering, means what they are offering. So which is very important to know as a student, that what are the options are there, what are the opportunities are there. So this is number one. The other point that that Mahmoud Zuma has mentioned about marketing or reaching to that, because unless we reach to this clients or to the students, they won't get these informations. And we are not limited to one country, right? Because Mahmoud Zuma has mentioned is Africa, different other continents. So we are covering like all over the world. That's why it's a global. We are global citizen, right? So we want to share our experience, expertise, and then invite others to this platform so that they know this one. So, and then we are also having other experts here. So the summary of this discussion with Dr. Rashida and Mahmoud Zuma is just to know the offering, the thing, and then how to reach them. This is important. And then we want to make sure we want to invite the students or those who are aspiring students to at least contact the institute or things, and so they can get more informations because they know that's where to go, because this is important. Now my next actually the part of discussion would be more about academic part of it. As you know that many of you will all be concerned about how the academic sessions would be. So these two actually panel comprised of Mrs. Inayat Raihan and Mrs. Talat Salim Ahmed. So I will first actually ask Mrs. Inayat Raihan. She has a lot of experience as an academic, means in that as an advisor, as a consultant, like in this particular educational sector. So my question for you is when when students are actually coming right to an institute, academic program is very important. And even parents, those who are funding or those who are actually supporting, for them also is very important for sending us students to an institute with a good or very strong academic program. So my question would be, right, can you share your experience? What are the challenges as students or parents are having for that academic programs they're having, and what offering are you, means if there is challenges right now you're associated with Canadian Education School, so in keeping that in your mind, what messages you would like to share with the students or aspiring parents, means or mean like the parents of the students, so that they know that actually you are offering a very good program, right? Thank you. Anayat Raihan, Mrs. Anayat Raihan, please. You can unmute yourself, please, first. Anayat, Mrs. Anayat Raihan.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very nice question that you have asked. I really like that question. The main thing that you have to understand, the child psychology. The child psychology is very important because the parents always want the moon and the stars from the universe, but no, you have to understand the child. The, you have to convince the child. So the first thing you have to do with the child is counseling. Child counseling is very important. First, understand what they want. Do they really want to come to Canada? Are they okay with the climate? Are they okay with the institute? Are they okay with the new place to live in? Because these are the children of 10th standard, 11th standard coming here to do IELTS and do other courses to join the universities and colleges. So we have to first do counseling with them. That's my advice. The, all the children in the school, even in KG children, when they came for admission, we used to do counseling with them also. Don't think a child of 5 years can't understand. A child of 5 years is same as a uh, child who's in 10th standard. So my basic thing is counseling. If you do that, then you understand the child and then you can work accordingly. The child. That's my advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So if I summarize this one, right, we got actually another dimensions that we never actually explored before. Is actually just understand we customize, we tailor a program according to the needs of the students. It is not the program, because I see we have seen our continent like for hundreds of years of the system, educational system that we have, and we focus, okay, right, you go to the institution, take those program, and then you get educated. But no, we have we are coming to an era or right time where student have special needs, students are there, student with mental health issues are there, student who with a lot of other medical challenges are there, like people like having right now is a lot of things. So now we, when an institute gets students, it is very important to understand their needs. It is not what you are offering, it is what they want. Because if you are focusing on student, then you are actually helping them, right? And what is the purpose of education? The purpose of education is to inspire and to help the student, and so that they can inspire others, society. So we build an inclusive society.
Yes.
That's the reason of this system, education system. And
Yes.
thank you very much. I'm really happy that you actually mentioned a very important point, Anayat Rahan. I would like to also ask Talat Salim, Mrs. Talat Salim Ahmed. I think if I'm not mistaken, are you are from Pakistan, right? Or no? Sorry.
Yes, I am. And you can call me only Talat. That's fine.
Okay, can you just share your experience, please, in this regard to this the question? So,
Oh, yes, yes, why not? As previously said, it's very true that every child, they have their own needs and their own values. And the child, when they come to the school, they are because I am basically a primary teacher, so I'll go to the level where they come to the school and they join the school. So they are so frightened actually when they come to school or to come
Yes.
to a place where
Yes.
everything is different for them. They are coming out from their from a lab
Home.
to a big world, so it makes a lot of difference. So when they come, for being when you come there and they see a person standing there, and they know that this is going to be my work, like this woman, she's standing there and she's going to be with me for the whole time. I mean, like, the teacher is a half mother, this is what they are. So it is very important for us to know the child, every child personally, and they all have different needs, believe me. But when you come to them, when they come to you, it is beautiful to be with them. And plus, it is very important for a teacher to know uh, what a child needs and where what actually will work for them. It is not that every child will do the same, or they will give you the same result. Every child will learn at their own pace. You cannot expect a fish to fly. This is basic thing. So then we have to go slow. This because I'm an ESL teacher, so you have to go and be very patient with them. You have to be very patient with their with all of their like requirements and their pace of actually progressing. So I would just like to add up here that the children who are coming to the school and till the primary and middle school, I think they should be given lots of love and lots of say like counseling to every one of them. This is what I believe, that the child education is there. I mean, like, when we are teaching them, it's not only teaching. You have to be a mother to them. You have to be a person whom they can come up to and say, like, this is what my problems are, and I'm facing this. So what shall I do? I mean, like, you should be more of a friend and more of a person who would understand everything what they want to know, and basically a best friend to them, so they can just rely on you, and they can have that basically they should have that confidence that they could come up and they could say anything to you, so they can learn more. Because if a teacher or if an educator is not patient enough, and if they are not uh, understanding the basic need of a child, they will never come up to you. They will never ask you questions. They will never, show you progress. And then it is going to be a very difficult situation in the classroom, basically. So be a friend to them, and they will show you, like, they can shine as a star. I believe every child can do that. I believe in every child. I mean, like, basically every child, because I teach some of uh, the children who are special needs, and I can see, like, it takes lots and lots of time, but they have their own pace of progress, and they learn in their own ways, and they have their own abilities where they can shine and rise. Every child can do that. I believe that. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you very much. I think this process is a continuous process, and we are very too passionate about the learning, right? So when we love, when we're passionate, we are not rushing, and but we are keeping into the keeping in mind that we're actually working for the betterment of the students, betterment of
Yes,
the learner. So I guess this is very important to understand, and this is actually a journey, and the journey just we are just be a part of this journey. We're helping
yes,
them to grow and to grow. So as you know that when you grow a tree is just a continuous process. Every time you have to just give water, like and then like, even like for the sun, shade, like there's lot of things. Nurturing. So nurturing
yes,
is important. So and it is a continuous process. And then we have to do our part. So yes, thank you very much, Mrs. Talab Salim Ahmed, for sharing your thoughts. We are very happy that you should. Now I will gonna go back to the next area section, and then this is actually from I'm asking a question to Avneet Kaur. Avneet Kaur is an immigration consultant, regulated immigration consultant from Brampton, Ontario. So I'm gonna ask you, what are the immigration if a student wants to come to Canada, high school student, what are the options are there, right? And also asking a question regarding accompanying parents. We heard that there is an opportunity for the accompanying parents. What are the how the visa processing, or what are the opportunities are there from your experience? Can you share your experience or the story? Thank you.
Yes. So regarding the accompanying parents, I would like to answer this first. So the parents of minor children can accompany them. So what we do is when we apply for study permit, there are two ways. So when we apply for the study permit of a student, if it gets approved, then later on we can apply for the parent, that this parent is going to accompany this child because he is a minor, and any children below the age of 18 are considered minor in Canada. So then we apply for their parents' visa and they can accompany, but they cannot work. So they can only accompany for the take care of their child. And the students who want to come to Canada on high school, so we have an option of study permit. So we apply for their study visas, or either we can apply for their visitor visa as well. So you can convert their visitor visa into study visa when they're inside Canada. But we almost prefer is that when they are in their home country, like for example, if someone is in Pakistan and he wants to come here and to study in any of the Canadian school, like the private schools or any of the public school, then they should first obtain the study permit and then should enter the Canada.
Right. My question would be, right, what the regarding that, because this is kind of an investment option for, and then that has to a strong financial
Yes,
requirements,
yes,
because when you are supporting a minor child, those who are studying and you cannot work, so one of the, if I'm not mistaken, the parents has to have a solid financial like
absolutely. We have observed in like the for the high school students, the finances needs to be really, really strong.
right.
And
And
especially
you
when it's not only for one, it's for two people. So the parent who is not accompanying or the sponsoring the application, he has to bear expenses of 2%. So yes, the finances needs to be there. Strong finances needs to be there.
And my other question would be, right, if it is strong financial need, right, the other thing is like you also mentioned that even the parents also can convert it to the study
No, no, no,
permit.
no,
No,
not the
no, no, no,
parents.
not parents. Sorry, the
Yes,
students, right? Okay, sorry.
student can come.
The
Okay, so
students
for
can
any
then.
course, yes, for
Yeah,
any course that is less than 6 months, anyone, if they have a visitor visa, they can come and simply join it, right? They don't need a
right.
visa. If, let's say, for example, there is a person in India, he has a visitor visa, he wants to come here and do a course which is less than 6 months. He can simply fly to Canada and finish that course. The only condition is it should not cross 6 months, not even a day above. But
Right.
if the person who has no visa, not like no authorization to come to Canada, we prefer to apply their study permit so that they come to Canada, they finish their, let's say someone wants to come for the IELTS prep course, which is a 5.5 months. So we will apply for their study visa, they can come, they can do that course, and later on we extend their permit if they are ready and they qualify to get admission in further community colleges or universities based on their score and based on their previous education.
I just have a quick question for you. I might
Mhm,
might know or I don't know, but this is kind of a statistics. From your
mhm.
experience, just recently, I'm not going back too far. Um, what grade actually, like you can see these high school students are coming? I know Chinese to the parents are coming. I've seen that quite a while, but
Yeah.
from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, the Southeast Asian country, do you see like what grade they're coming? Are they coming in grade 9, grade 10, grade 12, or grade 7, grade 6, right? What are the statistics like? Or
Mostly we have seen is from they begin from grade 11th. They finish their grade 10th, then they come
okay,
in grade 11th and grade 12th because what they do is they finish their studies. So there are two benefits. If you do grade 12th here, you don't need an IELTS exam to get admission into a community college because you already have Canadian education. And those who come in for here for grade 11, see, everyone wants to come to Canada because of the education standard. We have brilliant teachers, we have excellent colleges in Canada, and this is basically land of opportunities. So anyone who wants to come here, they look at the standard of the education that is being taught here. And I will especially like to mention the IELTS. I'm not criticizing any education system of any country, but I believe like the IELTS, the coaching level or the training level that is provided here by some of the brilliant teachers, it is excellent as compared to what they are getting back home. So that difference I personally know.
so other question would be, I think Dr. Rashida will ask her later, I will ask her, but from the immigration perspective, because you do paperworks, like
Mhm.
for high school student, those who are studying grade 11, what is is there any English requirements when you're filing for this one, right?
No, there is
Or
none.
there is none. Okay. So
Yes.
they can just simply apply to the institute and then, right, this one. My another
Mr.
question.
Edward, to be very honest, there are challenges in every application because every application is assessed on a different criteria by the
Okay.
respective immigration officers. Although the method is the same, or we can say the paperwork will be the same, but trust me, there are many challenges in getting an application approved. And the paperwork also depends on case to case. It varies from case to case.
I got it. Thank you so much. Right. The other question, right, about paperworks, like
Mhm.
for students, those who are studying here, right, as you said, mostly, right, you said, right, those who are becoming at grade 11, right? So grade 11 and grade 2, I'm like grade 11 starting that time. So when they finish from your experiment, then do they like, right, apply for the postgraduate rightly, or do have to, right, for example, like if they finish the program high school and then they apply being in Canada, or they have to go back, or
So after finishing grade 12, you cannot apply for post-graduation work permit. So there is no way you can get a work permit after just completing 12th. So if we will like bifurcate the words, it says post-graduation. So to obtain or to be eligible for that work permit, either you have to complete an undergraduate diploma or a postgraduate diploma or a graduation in Canada. So grade 12th doesn't make you eligible to obtain work permit. So they shouldn't think that, okay, they came here, did grade 11th, passed grade 12th, and now they are open to work. No, it's not possible. So you need to get further admission into a community college, a private college. I'll say DLI. They need to get admitted to a DLI in order to be eligible to obtain postgraduate work permit.
for the audience, just those who know are following with us from different parts of the world, the DLI is designated learning institution. So DLI means they can offer, or they can invite international students, if I'm not mistaken. You are more
Yes.
expert, Avneet.
No,
But
no, you're absolutely right.
from my understanding, what I understand from designated learning institute is an institute they can offer like international student. Other thing I've also seen recently, I've been following that COVID guidelines for institution, those are designated. There are restrictions. Not every
Mm,
institutions are inviting international students for these circumstances. Because if I
mm.
remember correctly, October 20th, they opened that for the students,
So
right?
they have yeah, sorry to interrupt. They have a list of colleges about, I believe they are like 14 or 16 colleges. So
Okay.
what they want is that those who have submitted their COVID readiness plan to the government, to the IRCC, that okay, they are ready, that if the student's going to come to Canada, what is going to be the quarantine plan, what the colleges, what services does the colleges provide them. So only those students from those colleges are allowed to fly. Rest of most of the colleges are conducting their online classes, and those who have not submitted their readiness plans means they are not like willing to or able to support them with this quarantine schedule or whatnot. So there is only limited colleges. So those who got admission to them and have their study permits can come to Canada, but it also depends on the discretion of the officer at the I can say at the airport, if they allow you or they don't allow you. So basic concept is that if your studies are not involving any practical things, you can do your studies online. Then it's better that you study online. But if you have a course which involves actually like practical things as well, then they can fly to Canada. So that's why they have distinguished between essential and non-essential. So if your travel is really required and you are admitted to the colleges who are among the readiness plan, they have their readiness plan ready, you can fly to Canada. And for the others, they have to wait. I believe we are like very hopeful in January. Most of the students will be allowed. The rest depends on the decision of our respective government. So whenever it will be safe for Canadian people and as well as for those who are aspiring to come to Canada, they will definitely open the borders and everyone can come in there.
Right. I would like to just get just to summarize one information just to for the audience is they have two responsibility. One from the college or institution perspective, one readiness plan, and other for that like particular students when you are immigration, like we held like when you are coming at a port of entry. That means if you don't have a readiness plan and everything, if their officer is not satisfied, that means you have a problem there. So I guess
Yes.
like there's two points here which to be noted. One is from that institutional perspective, they have the plan that they are having a readiness program or for quarantine, and the other was from the student or the applicant or the those who are coming. So this is important to note that for the COVID situation, this is you have to take it, say, these things. So
Yeah.
this is important. So yes, so we are very happy that we got some informations about this immigration. So in summary, we can understand that there is opportunities. As you know that already been mentioned, Canada, they have a good educational system wherever you are. And then there are institutions, DLI, there are a number of institutions there. They are offering, means you can come to those institutions. And then you can, write with them. One of the questions that I would like to ask you is is for sorry, I'm just gonna sleep. Uh, for high school students, because we are only focusing high school student here, we are not focusing other students here, because this session is for high school student. So for high school student, those who are coming, uh, they are, if I'm not mistaken, right, they are like, do they apply from their home country, or like, for example, is there a lawyer here can apply? So means is there because there are questions actually in the board where they're asking is like, are they actually applying from the home country, or a lawyer from Canada here can also apply on behalf of them? So right, from your experience, can you share, right, then how it?
Okay, so they can also apply from their home country, and we as an immigration consultant and an immigration lawyer in Canada, they can also apply from here. So, Mr. Edward, I would like to mention a very special thing here is that whoever you choose for your application, he or she must be licensed to practice that profession. Because we have seen many cases in which the cases were previously processed by, they do call themselves consultants, but they are not authorized to practice. So my main point is that we here in Canada, we are authorized by our regulatory body to practice this profession. We have studied for this, we obtained license, we passed exam. So we have the knowledge, we have the license. So whomever you choose, if you choose someone to file your case from Canada, or you choose someone to file your case from your home country, the person should be regulated. Like, do not go to anyone and be like, just submit my application. So the thing is, the system works online and you can have paper. So the online system is the fastest one. You just submit your application and the system goes into the pool. Then maybe in a few days, you get that notification that they have started processing your application. So this online system can be accessed from Canada or anywhere in the world. It's
Other
same.
other thing that I would like to mention, because you already mentioned that RCIC, regulated Canadian immigration consultant, one, just to let for the audience and know, like this is, you can search whether the person is RCIC not through that
Yes.
website and verify that person is regulated consultant or not. The other thing also, there is also a lawyer, like, so there is a bit of difference between the immigration lawyer and immigration consultant. The lawyers are actually a provincial um, or right, their body, their lawyer, they study law, so that they are actual lawyer and they can practice. Those who actually specializes on immigration, so they can represent you as an immigration lawyer. But if I understand correctly, the lawyer charges are more than the immigration consultant. So that the reason that
Absolutely.
why we will be hiring a lawyer will be like in the different. The other thing, if I'm not mistaken, just for the audience, just to know, only few circumstances where federal representations are there, or specialized areas, like for example business immigration, investors, like some of the categories where lawyers are specialized, or cross country, like for example US, Canada, some cross country legal things are there. So I guess in that particular circumstances, lawyer are hired because they charge more, but they also get a specialized services. Immigration
So, Mr.
consultant.
Edward,
Yes,
the major difference is that the lawyer can take represent you in the court. That's the
yes.
only difference.
That's the only
So
federal
any,
court, right? You're
yes,
right.
any type of application, if it's an investor, if it's a business, if it's a study permit, visitor permit, I I as a consultant, as an RCIC can do, a lawyer can do as well. But my limitations are only till the court. I cannot represent a client in the court, but they
Right.
can. So that's the point where the difference comes between us. Before that point, like whatever I will do, the same thing will be done by a lawyer. The only thing is that when my boundaries are finished, they start. So let's say there are some appeal cases. You have to go to the court to appeal or to fight for your case. So at that point, I cannot go with the client, but a lawyer can. So here comes the major difference.
Okay, just another queries. I don't know. I was asked the Ramones query about in Ontario. Is paralegal also can represent immigration matters?
No,
No, right. Okay, just to clarify
no,
that one. Anyway,
no.
I guess I'll go back to the other sector because I have already
Thank you
asked,
so
but I will
very
come
much.
back. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
very much.
Thank you so much for your valuable contributions. I really appreciate, and I think there are questions, so that's actually helping our audience. So a lot of people are having questions on, and you thank you very much for clarifying a couple of things, and which is very important. The other thing also before I going to the next section is, you said you are allowed, or you are actually practiced in Canada, like means you're licensed in Canada.
Yes,
I have seen there are also immigration consultant. For example, if you're in Bangladesh or in India, there are few RCICs there. You can go to the website and you can find out. There are some RCIT actually based in India or based in Bangladesh and based in some other country, but they're RCIC. Only few, right? I guess your number only can be get few, and that also that information also can be verified by the website. Just for the audience know that there
yes,
are actually consultant, the regulated consultant
Yes.
there also in that home country.
yes.
Okay, so thank you so much. I'm gonna go back to
Thank you very much.
yeah, the another section, because we have few expert, like an industry expert. I think we hear from Tahir Latif Khan and Dev Nandan. Tahir Latif Khan is still here with us, so I guess this particular questions is for that industry, those who are working as a tax. He's working as a tax and accountant, and also Devnandan is an IT expert. So I'm gonna ask first question to Devnandan because Tahir Latif Khan has already answered some of the questions about his expertise. So I'm gonna ask Devnandan about IT support or website development, and then like now we need this service a lot. So right, can you share your experience how you are actually supporting the system and the in this particular like pandemic, or right, generally how you are supporting the system. Are you still with us? Dev
Yeah,
Nandan,
I'm still,
yes. Okay.
yeah, I'm with you. Thank you for the opportunity. So, uh, like after the pandemic, the things when the schools are closed, and also the teachers became more active. But the problem I saw, uh, that most of the teachers, though they are very much educated, they are experienced, but uh, uh, there is a little bit lack of IT. Uh, I think IT expertise is lacking with them. So in that place, as a web developer or as a IT expert, I
$25.
help the I help
You have 50 points.
yeah I help others teachers, like making a LMS called Learning Management System, for making portal, and also making those contents teachers are making, uh, uh, to upload it the different tools and train them with different tools that students and also teachers can uh, browse and make that availability anytime. So not only that, all the sessions what goes on online, that we record, and also it's became available at different platform, so students can also uh, watch it and check it at their suitable time. And also mostly this is the main thing, that learning management, developing a learning management system, that's all. Actually it's a huge things, I can't explain in
So I
short.
have another questions, because I have been attending or doing a lot of sessions international. I have seen there is a security concern using some of the platform like Zoom, and like some of the hacking, right, been done. So right, from your experience, when we are using the system called LMS or whatever, what are the security threats are there, and how are you gonna deal with the security threats by the student or by the institution?
It's there is a lots of platform we can ensure that the security layer, but actually this is not 100% proof anything. This we have to admit it, because uh, like in the IT world, the more practice what does not show in the world is almost 80%. I mean, the people who are practicing like freelance worker, they are much experienced. So this depends, actually. This depends that how a programmer at the side he's organizing these things, and we can only solve, we can we sometimes predict that this is maybe a leak hole, or but sometimes if it does not happen, if one time it happens, then we I mean we cure it. Sometimes it cannot be predictable. uh, so this is not some certain things, this is totally uncertain things that you guess, like if a virus or if a hacking things comes, you see this immediately, it attack the whole world. And even before one day also, we don't know that this kind of virus exists in the world. So or this kind of leakage were there in our program. So later when we face it, we start to uh, make a remedy of it, make a new program to it's the things most of the time what we uh, get concerned that if any financial transaction should not be affected by them. So sometimes we don't do like ourselves this program, like secured things like PayPal, and also some we depend on them, and we just transfer the information to them, or we just shift client to them, and they make the process of financial transaction. So this way we at least we make sure that any financial information like credit card information should not be uh, get leaked, because they also have that insurance of that if any information get leaked.
All right, thank you very much. I'm gonna just summarize this one because just to sake of time. One thing is very important here is security concern, and actually we'll have a very technical sessions coming up soon. I think Dr. Rashida will have technical sessions on security and this concern, which is I think very high demand, and we'll have experts on security. Uh, Information securities and everything, and this is actually very important for learner, for the institutions to understand and learn what are the security, what are the precautionary steps need to be taken, like, because right, there are some steps that if you take and it's actually less chances of getting things, so that we should be aware of, right, our responsibility. I know that there are chances, there are threats, or that means you cannot 100% guarantee there'll be but you should take some of the steps which will be that has to be taken. So this is very important. Another thing, right, for as an institute, you have to have some compliance or some issues, like, right, if there is a police investigations or further criminal investigations, they will gonna check whether you have done your due diligence. So that is very important. So in order to face many legal consequences, better to at least be, do the check and balance and see you do your own part. So that's why it's very important as a student, like as an institute, to at least know or understand your role, what you should have taken this one. Things happens in life, you might be covered by insurance or anything, but just for your part, right, you should do the right things at the moment. So this is I'm gonna go and another issues on the IT area, where because I've been exploring this area, is called artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence been used, and even like the students, like in this particular pandemic, emotional intelligence, but especially the artificial intelligence used for machine learning, deep learning, have been used to get informations, because like how students are learning these LMS system, and then these informations are being used by the institution or the research organizations to at least offer a better services, because right now we are maybe is not applicable for the smaller organization because they can't afford this technology, or sometimes it's very expensive,
Yeah.
but for the larger organizations, they're using this data. But for even the smaller organizations, there are some public data, or there are some resources are available where they can use for the betterment of this for their institutions. So how we can leverage that one, we'll have another right discussion, but I'm just kind of giving a heads up that there are areas that need to be explored, and this is a very important topic. That's why I'm very happy that we are having a platform, collaborative platform, Dr. Rashida, right? Because we share our expertise, you share your expertise, we are in great together in sessions, we're having continuously weekly sessions of this one, and there is a continuous process of learning, and then we're getting feedback, we're getting an support, we're getting a person right with a tax and accounting, we are getting a lawyer or that immigration consulting. So this is actually a multidisciplinary team support where we can use these resources to our benefit, like as like is this is very important. Now I guess we lost Shaurabh Barua. I think I think I don't know, he's not with us, but I'm gonna share with you a few things about scholarship, because he's actually representing global scholarship. But scholarship here, right, my question to Dr. Rashida, because Shaurabh Barua is not with us, for high school student coming to Canada, all right, so they are paying 100% tuition. Is it correct? Dr. Rashida, you are, can you unmute yourself, please? Yes, my first question is, like, the high school student coming to Canada, so do they pay 100% tuition fees and all the additional co-curricular expenses? Is it correct?
Yes, they need to pay the administrative fee as well as the entire tuition fee, because this, once they pay, we give them a receipt which is also needed when we give them a letter of acceptance and the receipt that they have paid the tuition fees in full. So that convinces the immigration officer that yes, we can give the visa to this person because they can afford the expenditure to be met after they come to Canada and they live here. So it's very important that the student pays the entire fee in order to get the visa processed easily, because that is a very genuine point to convince the visa officer that yes, this person is in a position to support his expenditure. And usually when high school students come, it is their parents who are sponsoring their education. So we take the bank statements from parents. If
Right.
both the parents are working, then they give 3 to 6 months statement from the bank. In addition to that, if they have assets, then that is like assessed by the chartered accountant, and that can also be put as showing the convincing the immigration that yes, they have enough funds to support their children's education in Canada, because Canada doesn't want liability. They want people to come to Canada. They welcome people, they welcome students, they welcome immigrants, they welcome visitors to come, but they always see that they should not become a liability for this country. So when we had lots of students who came to our school, that the uniqueness of our school is why choose us? Because we don't leave them after they finish their high school. We hold their hands and walk with them. We make them a pathway to make them reach out to the college or university where their needs can be fulfilled. Like last year, some students came. They did not want to go to the university because their main goal was to settle in Canada. So Mrs. Avneet Kaur filed for their student visas. Let me tell you one thing very interesting here. Some students who want to come here to understand and explore Canadian educational system, like Mrs. Inayat Ran said, it's very important to know the student's pulse. So for students to understand that pulse, they need to come on a visit first. What is the advantage of that visitor visa? They get an S61 visa, which they can do any course for 6 months. It's a visitor visa, but when they come here, even to attend a 10 days course, they get a visitor visa based on the validity of their passport. So those students who came and went back to their home country, they all got 10 years visitor visa, though they came only for 10 days. So they could then go back and apply for the school or college they were interested in. So it's always good to take a chance, because then your travel credit is also developed, and the fee is not very high when we invite them for a short program of 10 days. What are the advantages? They get a 10 years visa and they can come back whenever they need to go to a community college or to a career college. So these students who came here initially, they came on a SX1 visa, that is a visitor visa. They finished their 6 months course with us and they extended their visa through Avneet Kaur, and then we found out that they all wanted to go to Algonquin College. So we submitted their documents once they finished their high school. Actually, in January, you have to send their documents, first semester's marks. So when we sent, we got a conditional letter of acceptance from the college, and with that, we were able to process their study permit, and today they are all in the college. So what I'm trying to tell you, what is unique about us, after high school, we become a pathway for them for their success, and that's why our logo is pathway to success. We take them all the way through to join the college of their interest or university, and even after that when they need their PR or their work permit. Again, we give them those services through Mrs. Avneet Kaur, and we make sure that they get their work permit. And while they're doing their high school, we give them 20 hours of work where they can earn. So they make a lot of pocket money, and they are able to meet their expenditure once they are in Canada. So that's a great support for them. Once they get their SIN card, then they are eligible to work for 20 hours.
So this is for the high school student. They can work
For the
20
high school
hours.
students, yes.
Okay, I have another questions for you. I'm not particularly to your institution, but in general, because you are based in Ottawa, Ontario, um, is there is the high school student also get some scholarship from that high school or no?
It depends on their marks. If, like, initially they come in, then later on we apply for government funds. And then if the government accepts that yes, he has met the benchmark, then we can apply for scholarship. Or if their home country applies for scholarship, like Mr. Saurabh, he can help those students from his home country to avail those scholarships. We can give support letters. Whatever kind of support a country wants from us, we can give those letters to, in order for them to get the scholarship from their home country.
Right. I have a question for Abnit Kaur. I think you are still there or not. This
Yes, I am.
question, there is a questions coming. Um, uh, Someone has a relative here in Canada,
Hmm.
right? In order to have like an for high school student, right, for giving us like a proof of funds or things, can
Yes,
they actually provide this support? Or
yes,
if
Yes,
they have a relative in Canada, they can support. I don't know.
they
yes.
can support. They have to sign a letter, or sometimes required, if required, notarized letter, which is like unconditional financial support.
Okay.
Yes.
And
So
they
that
can
is
show the
possible, right?
relationship
So
also.
what we do is that we just get a letter signed from them. We usually call it as a proof of unconditional support or a letter of unconditional support. So they write a letter, they establish their relation, that how they are related to this particular person whom they want to sponsor, and then they submit a letter to the immigration officer that these are the funds they have, and this is like they will be sponsoring the complete education. So they take the responsibility.
Okay, there is a question from the audience. I think Muhammad Iqbal Hussain, and I think his question has already been answered, but just to let you know, this is without IELTS. So IELTS, without IELTS, these students, those who are coming to Canada, like high school students, so they don't need an IELTS. So
Yes, they don't.
he was asking where do we need IELTS for their students?
No, for high school they don't need, but they need to do 2 years of high school
2 years
in
Yes.
high
order
school
to qualify, because they get a credit
credit.
in English, and English for grade 11 is called 3U or 3C. 3U is university and 3C is college.
Do
So
I,
once,
I have a
yeah.
question, right? For even for Avneet or Dr. Rashida, do you see any students coming like before, like maybe grade 6, 7, 8, like looks and not 11, 12, but do you see any trend, any students coming at that age?
Very less.
Very less. Okay,
Yes. Rare, I can
very
say
less.
rare.
Which
Very
level
rare.
are you
No,
talking
means
about?
the
Grade
the
6,
lower
grade
level, right?
7.
Grade
Actually, they
7.
come as siblings. So
Okay.
if there is a high school student and he's got a sibling in the middle school, then we allow that. They can, because then there is a discount in the fee as well. So as
Okay.
siblings, they can come, and then the parent can accompany them as a custodian.
Okay, I'm gonna actually ask another questions to another group person. Is I think I'm also been involved in not profit. I actually run two not for profit organization. I'm a social entrepreneur. I moved here 10 years back, but I've been working 20 years. And even I have been working in for some voluntary organization. I'm also a board member of one of the large not profit here. Plus, I also run another not-for-profit. I'm gonna ask question to Tahir Latif Khan. If he's there still. Tahir, are you still there?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm here.
Okay. My question actually is community activities, because I said you said you love to do social work. I'm also didn't like means from me also, right. I've been also in Rotary Club many years. I've been member of Rotary Club for many years. I've been in key positions. Um, very passionately, working for the society, how we can do, better society. One of the questions related to the social community work is volunteerism, the voluntary work. I know in Canada, I think is very important to at least we value actually volunteerism. So even at the high school student,
Yes,
I
they have
think those who are we value the voluntary activities. So
40
this
hours. It is
40 hours,
free
okay,
for high school students to complete 40 hours of voluntary service. If they
volunteers,
don't do 40 hours, they don't get the diploma.
right? So it's good to know. So Mr. Tahir Latif Khan, do you have any experience like how they can be involved in the community activities, like out of the co-curricular activity of the school that they are providing? But I'm just talking about out of the box, like you do they like sometimes I volunteer for the local food bank. Sometimes I volunteer because I'm also writing
Food
for the
drive.
different other organizations, like even for the homelessness project here for the city I volunteer for those one, right? Sometimes we do certain activities. So Tahir Latif Khan, you are based in Pakistan, right? If I remember right correctly.
No, no, no,
No, you are
No,
based in
no,
he's
Canada
based in
for last
no.
20
Canada.
years.
In Canada for the last 20 years.
Oh,
I'm
20
in
years, sorry.
Mississauga. I live in Mississauga.
Mississauga.
Yeah, and been here. And in Mississauga, I think my 20 years is in Mississauga. I did not move out too much. I was in Toronto. The voluntary work, when I've been through this, whatever you were saying, and I would like to share one thing. Not only that, I know Rashida from day one when she came to Canada, and rather more than before that, even when she was in Dubai. And Talat Salim Ahmad, she is my sister also.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing which you were talking about, the disability children who are, um, well, we call them angels over here. So I was part of that, and my own daughter was a special need child. She had cerebral palsy, and the one which she had, I think about after 1 million children who are born as with cerebral palsy, she was the one which would got the most acute of that. And in 4th of March 2016, she died when she was only 12 and a half years old. So I was part of it, and I learned a lot during that the children, and I was part of the school and where she studied, and I looked at a lot of children and I helped them for that reason. uh, the children who are like in high school, they can help themselves. There is a community for the Muslims we have in the masjid, and the other ones also. We were part of the food drive in one of the churches in Mississauga on I think it was on in the Churchill Meadow area, in the churches. And I am also a proud member of the Muslim Welfare Society, which is in Mississauga and in Toronto. I have helped a lot of people, despite of their religion. It is the Muslim Welfare Society is despite of any religion or any discrimination. Any person, man, woman, child, anybody can come, and I have helped them from Iran, from Turkey, from Syria. We have helped a lot of people from Syria by getting them the houses, and then providing them with foods and furniture. Also, my garage was full of things which were donated by people for last so many years, and Alhamdulillah, now a lot of people are settled. Uh, so these kind of things actually is very necessary. And my son, well, he's the only child I have now. He's 14 and a half years old now, and he has also helped a lot, like putting up things for them. My wife is very much involved in it. Rather, we started the program in the Cred Valley Hospital, and it was for the pediatric section. It is totally run by the Muslim community of Mississauga. And this time, if you know, it was in the newspaper, the highest donation which was made to the Trillium partner was from the Muslim community. Hello.
Right. Yes, I can
Okay, that
hear
was
you. Okay.
the 5 million. This was all started by my wife and a few of her common friends, but now it is a very big community, and we have just shared $5 million, with the Credit Valley and the Trillium Partners, which is now known as. My daughter was there with Dr. Baylis, and who is now the head of the department for the children section. So we have tried as well as we can. Can you hold on 1 second for a minute?
Yeah.
So it is very, very necessary in our community. Those are coming from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Iran, Sri Lanka, or any of the countries, like anywhere in the from the world, Egyptian. I have in my basement people from Egypt and one from Iraq and one from Pakistan, which I'm helping them to stay with me, and they pay a very small fee as a rent to cover my expenses for the electricity. But they are staying, and as soon as they get along and they get their jobs or anything, and then they go away, and then a new batch of people come in. But this is all done on personal level, not on very big level. So I'm trying that I do what this community needs from me on my own as a single person. I don't wait for that. It should be from a very big organization and I be part of it and do a lot. But I do it personally, and as much as I can give to the because I remember when I came, I used to live in a shared accommodation on one mattress. That was all. In a room there were 3-4 people living in there. So at night I used to put my bags down and sleep on the mattress. In the morning, put the bags on the mattress and go away. But Alhamdulillah, now that I have grown with the passage of time, so I like to give it to the people who are coming over here, and my whole family is there with me, who support me, and we have given. We are trying to give back to the community whatever we can.
Yes, thank you very much. I just need to just summarize this one. It's very community here in Canada. I can see that even we are based in Edmonton, Alberta. So I guess we are trying to build an inclusive society. It doesn't matter what religion you are, right? I've been
No,
seeing that whether you are Christian, whether you're Muslim, even for the Jews, I have seen a collaboration between Jews and Muslim. Usually there is not, right? And even the Christians, it doesn't matter what believes. We are human being. We are created by Almighty. So we are working together to at least build this cohesive
there is
society.
one thing I would like to add. If you understand and if you learn, I have seen lectures from Dr. Zakir Naik and other also, and also from the Hindu pundits and Christian community also. All of these people, they do not want to bring anything bad to the world or bad to the people. It automatically happens by small people. So we have to eliminate those and shake hands. That does not matter if they are Jews or they are Christians or they are Hindus or Sikhs or Buddhists. It does not matter. They have to be a good person first to the humanity. If they are, and if we are good, then it is no problem. After that, and even our the Sunnah of Muhammad, may peace be upon him, or the Sunnah of Jesus, or the Sunnah of Moses, whichever you want to take, they were always only emphasizing how you behave to the other person, how you are going to give to the other person, how you are going to like transact any action towards the other person. If you are not good in that, then it does not matter which religion you are. It does not matter.
Okay,
It's not going
I
to help
have
you.
a question. Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you. Inayat Raihan, I think one of our, I think she raised her hand. I think she like to contribute. You can go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, okay, yes, that's true what this person is saying. He's doing a real social work. Even I have done a post graduation in social work. So I was really impressed that people are still there. in this world doing all this.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And this person name is Tahir Khan.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that.
Tahir Khan, I'm very inspired by your contribution. I'm really happy that you are with us today. And I'm
Thank you so
really
much.
grateful that you share your passion, your love, and your vision to all of us. And we are very happy that you share your thoughts. Thank you very much. I'd like to now go back to another session. There is a questions actually by Devnandan Datta to Avneet Kaur. So the question is, can accompanying parents convert their visa to student visa? And does if mother will be accompanying, then the father can go with spouse visa? So I'm not sure about how it works, but you can answer this question.
So the thing is that the study permit should always be applied from outside Canada. So if the parent is already interested that they should come to Canada for studies and they actually want to study, so they should apply it from their home country first.
Right.
So there are two scenarios. One is that a parent came from India with a study permit. So his or her child does not need a study permit to study in Canada. They are allowed to complete their school till grade 12th, till below the age of maturity, or we can say below the age of 18, right? So there is a system, they can convert their study visa, but what is advisable is that apply for study permit from their home country.
Right. All right. Thank you very much for clarifying this question. This is just
Thank you.
I was like, this is a lot of people are asking questions now. Very briefly about the website, that you can see the screen. Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so I gonna just see, this is actually Canadian Education School. We partnered with this institution very recently. Thank you very much that Dr. Rashida Suleiman. This is your website. This is the
Yes.
Canadian Education School website,
Yes.
and you are offering a lot of courses. I just sharing this information because many of you might be interested, how what are the programs are there. So this is just an about this organization. Has already been mentioned what are the courses they're offering, and then their mission and vision. And then you can see there are courses actually are there. Because of time, we won't go into that details. You can explore, but this actually website, I just show you that so that you can explore more about that institution, and more about how it is a recognized institutions, and we are very happy that they're based in Ottawa, Ottawa, Canada. So he said they one of the thing I liked it here is pathway to success. So that means you are very passionately working towards it, Dr. Suleiman. Dr.
Building
Suleiman,
bridges.
sorry, Dr.
Yeah.
Suleiman. So I guess this is very important. Now I would like to ask you to Dr. Suleiman is like what is your actually the masses, because we are actually closing. I think it is a midnight to you, I guess.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is 10 o'clock here, but from there I think it's almost midnight, and because of the
Yeah.
time I think I won't go much further.
Yeah.
But what is your final masses you would like to share with us, to the audience?
Yeah. Thank you once again. Yes, my message, especially to those who are not in Canada, that we are here for you, and believe us, Canadian educational system is one of the best. I have worked with all different curricula, that is the American system, the British system, and out of all the systems, why I'm harping on Canadian educational system, because here we have formative and summative tests where we can evaluate your progress, where all your goals can be smart, like they can be specific, measurable, attainable, and realistic and tangible. So the tests are also conducted in the same way, and you can see your progress and growth. If we are handling IELTS, and I can, with my experience and expertise, with the first test we conduct, I can predict what scores you want to get. I can get you a band 6 or a band 8 or a band 7 based on your first entrance test. It's not difficult because here everything is very transparent. And with our expertise and experience, most of our quality, we have the faculty members are highly qualified and experienced. So you will, as Avneet Kaur said, that back home or in whichever country you belong to, I'm not saying that they are not doing good in the preparation courses, but we have seen those who have faced the entrance, who have done the IELTS preparation in Canada or have joined us online. Now I have some students who have joined us from Pakistan, and they gave their exam and they all got a band 7 and a band 8, and they're ready to join the college once the borders open. They will apply for visas. So what I would like to tell you, this is the best option. Do not don't lose this opportunity, because opportunity strikes only once. We are here for you. We welcome you, and people here are very warm and welcoming. With this session today, all of us, we have got together just for you, to show how much we care for you. For anyone in any part of the world, we are global because we feel this whole world, we are one family, one world, and we want to promote peace through education. So welcome to Canada. We are here for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to ask the to Mohammed Juma. Can you say the concluding remarks? Your thoughts. Mahmoud
Mr.
Juma,
Juma,
can you hear me? Mahmoud Juma, are you there? I am not sure.
Mr. Juma,
Juma is, I think, is just not no longer.
I think lost connection.
Okay, maybe the connections issue. But anyway, we're gonna come back to that. Now I'm gonna ask Talat Salim, Mrs. Talat Salim Ahmed. Can you share your concluding thoughts or remarks?
yes, Mr. Juma is also here.
Yeah,
We were
so
just
I'm just gonna
calling you,
ask
and
Talat Salem first, and then we
yeah.
will come back to Mr. Juma. Talat Salem, are you still there with us? Talat Salem. Okay, so gonna ask, go back to Mr. Juma. Can you hear us? Mr. Juma, you can unmute yourself. Mr. Juma, you have to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
you can go ahead.
Yes, yes. Yeah, thank you, thank you again, Mr. Edwards, for sharing this opportunity. The first time I've been in this platform, and I was supposed to be getting ready for this platform, but I apologize for this one, and I wasn't sure about to get connected. But hopefully going forward, we try to be more prepared for this kind of platform, and hopefully we can join better, because I wasn't sure when Dr. Rashida told me about this webinar. So again, I apologizing for the late join to this webinar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Edward.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna ask Talat Salem again. Talat Salem, are you still with us? Can you hear us?
Yes. I'm here.
Yes.
I'm happy, and I'm very honored to be here with all of you. This is my first webinar with all of you, and it has been, a great time I had, and it was full of information. I'm trying, to um, to get my child also over there in Canada, so it was very informative for me. I'm very happy, and I've been looking forward for the next session also.
Thank you very
It was
much.
nice meeting everyone, and each of you are, a gem. And Miss Rashida, I'm so happy to know you more better because we I didn't know you before, but since like everybody is here, and it was very warm, a warm welcome from everyone, and I'm very happy to be a part of this webinar. Thank you, this webinar. Sorry. So thank you very much for inviting me and being a part of this webinar. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Just before I go to the next person, just to let you know that this
Yeah,
our series actually is every week we are doing. One thing that
yeah,
we actually learn is we need to be consistent, keep on doing consistently. So
definitely,
irrespective what happens, like you will make an impact, you keep on doing. Like there is a saying
definitely, definitely.
like I have learned from a very when I was child, like the small drop of waters make an ocean. Like
Yes.
that I
Yes,
learned very
yes,
when I was child. So that
of course,
means you
yes,
do
yes,
a small step at a time. So I think it is very important that that you do your work. So now I'll request the next person actually is Avneet Kaur, immigration consultant. Can you share your final thoughts with us, please?
Yes, Mr. Edward. First, like everyone else, I would like to thank you and Dr. Rashida to invite me to this platform. I would like to say one thing is that we all are lucky that we are already in Canada, but there are hundreds and thousands of people for whom it's a struggle even to enter Canada, even to obtain a visitor visa. So, to all of them, I have a message that we as a team, we will help you in each and every best possible way to fulfill your dreams of coming to Canada. Either if you want to study, you want to come here on a visit, we as a team will help you. We'll do our best to help you in any way that we want.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much. And we'll have to continue this, right, to help our community, right?
Right.
Wherever, global community,
Yes, I think we
wherever
should.
you are coming from, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
matter.
think I would like to. Yes,
Definitely.
I would
Yes.
like to join another webinar as well. So that's
Yes.
going to be great.
Right. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And then the next person that I would like to invite uh, is, I think, is Mrs. Inayat Rahan is here with us, right?
Yeah, I got my internet got somehow cut off, and then I had
Okay.
to again log in.
Right.
Sorry. So I
So
missed
now
the
I'm gonna
first.
ask you for to just a concluding remarks, your
Okay.
thoughts, your opinion. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'm. First of all, thank you all of you all for letting me come on this program. It's very interesting, and I'm really very attached to education. So, any type of advice or anything you want, I would love to give you all. And thank you, Rashida, Dr. Rashida Suleiman. Always, she's so helpful and she's so loving and very, very hardworking. Any time of the day, if you call her up, I'm busy. I can't speak to you. So I have to really, I text her and ask her, are you free? Then I speak to her. So she's
Okay.
very hardworking and she's doing a very good job in Canada.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
And
you so much.
thank you, all of y'all. Y'all are so interesting. I never knew people sitting in different parts of the world are doing so much of social work and so much of educational work to help people to come to Canada. And Canada is a beautiful place. It's a lovely place.
Mhm.
Yes, you have to be
Strong. Mm.
strong and very happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. And I
Uh,
really thank you, especially
thank you so
Mr.
much.
Edward.
Yes. Now I'm gonna invite again. I think Mr. Tahir Latif Khan for his concluding remarks.
Uh, Thank you very much for having me in this webinar, and it was really nice to speak up and see Dr. Rashida Suleiman. She knows me for a long time, been there, and very rightly said she's always very busy, and we have to ask her if she has time to speak to us so that we can speak to her. But I think her long working hours, patience, and hard working has brought her to a place where she is now. I'm really happy to see her. Even my sister. I hope she is coming here to Canada soon. Anybody from this community, through you people, all of you, if they need any help regarding their taxes or their mortgages or anything which they think that I can forward them or I can give it to them, I'm ready and I'm available for even for the shortest time which they can have. Really very honored to be here, and I hope that we will be there and we know each other and we will keep on having a very strong relationship with each other. We can join hands and give this community to back what this community has given to us, and in this way we will help a lot of people, and we will we will be helping each other. We will be helping the whole community. This is a global village. There is no more India or Pakistan, or this is apart from all those boundaries or borders. So we are here, and I hope we will help each other and the people who are attached with us in every way, and build a very good community, very helpful community, the best community in the world. Thank you very much, and hope to see you again.
But sorry, we can't see you.
Oh, I am at work, so next time I will try that I'm at home, and so that I can put the camera on. I do apologize for that, but at the same time, I am at work, and it will not be a good thing. And then the privacy laws in Canada are very very strict, so I would not like to put this on the camera. Next time, if I am at home, I have no problem in doing that. And I'll bring my wife also in and my son.
Thank you.
So you can see the whole family. No issue with
Thank
that.
you.
I
Thank you
live
very
in
much.
I live in Mississauga in Toronto, so in case in any mall or somewhere, if I see you, then I may recognize you. That's why
I think I know you, and through Rashida. I think you're Rashida's sister, right?
Yes.
So you have seen me. I have driven Rashida, I think, twice to your home, and picked her up from your home also, if you remember. So I live in Mississauga on Winston Churchill and Eglinton. So I know
stay
that
with
you are
my
very near
son
to me.
I
You are
stay
very near.
with my son in Credit View. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
you're welcome. No
Just for
problem.
the thank you so much. We're gonna do the little bit socializing after I stop the recording.
Oh, sorry,
But
sorry. Sorry,
because our
sorry.
session is on live, just to let you know, we're gonna close soon. I'm gonna ask Debnandan uh, Datta, please, if you like to share anything with us.
I really feel very much honored. This is my first time to in the webinar. Before I was in webinar like IT related issues. So really, I'm feel happy. Thank you so much, Edward. Thank you so much, Dr. Rashida. And while I was doing this work for Dr. Rashida, I did not understand actually that how big work she's going to make now. So, not only I think this her initiative this will help people all over the world, but also some social responsibility she's making here, like promoting education wherever she can. So I'm really feel thanks to her that to be part with her work. And, thank you. This is all.
That's all right. Thank you very much. With that, I would like to just share with you is this education, immigration, and recruitment speaker series. Today is episode 8. So every week we are actually conducting this webinar, and this next week also we'll be providing these sessions. But uh, we are very happy that Canadian Educational School from Ottawa, Ontario, is with us. Actually, they shared their experience and they were here. So very happy for their collaboration. And one of the things is like we are very passionate about educations, and we like to help our community wherever they are. We'll to help and build a community here in Canada. So we are inviting, right, all of us to work together for the betterment of our society. And thank you very much. And we are running this program every week at 8 p.m. Eastern Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. at Eastern Standard Time, which is Toronto, Ottawa. And in Bangladesh, it is on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. And in India, this is at 8:30 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday. I'm not sure about Pakistan time. Probably the
Um,
same.
no, I live in Kuwait, not in Pakistan. I am a Pakistani, but I've been living here for
Okay.
26 years.
Yeah.
So
But
it
in
was 6 o'clock
Pakistan,
in the
it will be
morning.
about 9 o'clock.
Okay. So yeah, I guess it'll be the same, right? Right, other things. So anyway, thank you so much, those who were actually with us. Thank you very much. I'm gonna stop these sessions, and I'm gonna request you to stay for a little bit. And I thank you very much, the audience, those who are actually very patiently viewing this one. This will be recorded. This is recorded, and this will be broadcast already, is live, but also will be showing your YouTube channel. So we'll be shared. You can go to our page, Prerona Televisions, and you can find this information if you like to view later. So this is our, and we'll be continually providing relevant informations on this topic. So please follow us, and we are actually very looking forward to working with you, help you, so that you can actually make the difference here. Thank you very much. With that, I'd like to conclude this live sessions. Thank you.
And on behalf of everyone, I would like to thank you, Mr. Edward Vandol,